I already gave him his warning. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does.
It just pisses me off. And then
You're good. Take a break.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, like gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. Opportunity has been ripped from all of us, but I do value Mike's health first and foremost. Love that guy. I have so much respect for him. And
Mike Tyson has just unleashed a major blow on Jake Paul, and the YouTuber turned boxer is feeling the heat. This isn't just another verbal sparring match. Iron Mike has gone all out on Paul, and let's just say Jake isn't handling it gracefully. If you thought Tyson would let Jake off the hook after all the controversy, think again. Tyson is not one to forgive and forget, especially when someone drags his name through the mud. He hasn't just criticized Paul's boxing skills, he's made things deeply personal. Iron Mike has really taken it to Paul, who is now reacting like a petulant child. Let's take a closer look. Mike Tyson is a living legend, and he's just delivered a major reality check to Jake Paul. Tyson didn't hold back, and by didn't hold back, I mean he let his words fly. He essentially dismissed Jake as about as threatening as a soggy noodle. These two are set to face off in the ring on November 15th, in what promises to be a monumental clash of eras. This isn't your typical boxing rivalry, it's a clash of titans, with a war of words that has sent shockwaves through the internet since it first made headlines in March. Mike has been tough on Jake from the start, and frankly, Jake's antics are largely to blame. Jake has been relentless in his attacks on the legend, forgetting that Mike Tyson is no washed-up NBA star or retired MMA fighter. This is Mike Tyson we're talking about, and a little respect from Jake would go a long way. But it's too late now. Jake Paul has already poked the bear. Here's the reality: an enraged Mike Tyson is not someone you'd want to mess with. Mike Tyson is far more than just a talker. He's a fighter with a history as dangerous as his words. Remember the time he bit off a chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear? That moment is forever etched in boxing history. Tyson hasn't held back with Jake Paul. He's taken direct shots, branding Paul everything from a social media clown to a fraud. Tyson's been brutally honest, claiming Paul is all hype with no real fighting skill, and that he's cherry-picking his opponents. It's as if Tyson is watching the drama unfold with a bag of popcorn, ready to deliver another knockout comment every time Paul speaks. Tyson's called Paul out for avoiding real fights, accusing him of being afraid to face a genuine boxer. Tyson's challenge is clear: if you're going to talk trash, you need to back it up. So far, Paul seems to be playing it safe. Tyson's even criticized Paul's boxing skills, suggesting they're on par with those of a 5-year-old. That's cold. Tyson's essentially saying, I built this sport, I know what real boxing is, and you, young buck, are just a flash in the pan. He's demanding respect from the newer generation, insisting they pay their dues and earn their stripes. Tyson is serious about setting the record straight and putting these new age boxers in their place. Originally, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were slated to step into the ring on July 20th, 2024. All the verbal jabs and tantrums were meant to hype up this fight, but now the matchup has hit a snag. It turns out Jake Paul has pulled the plug on the fight, and this news has left boxing fans disgruntled. The Tyson vs. Paul bout was one of the most anticipated events around. The anticipation was electric. Social media was abuzz, sports news was dominated by the hype, and even your grandma had an opinion. Bets were flying, and everyone had a prediction about who would come out on top. The world split into two camps, Team Tyson and Team Paul. It felt like a mega event combining the Super Bowl, the World Cup, and the Oscars all at once. But then Jake Paul pulled a major stunt by canceling the fight and using Mike Tyson's health as an excuse. Seriously, the audacity of this guy? Jake claimed the fight was off because Mike Tyson was too unwell to compete. But let's be real, that's just not the whole story. Here's what really happened. Tyson was on a cross-country flight from Miami to Los Angeles when he experienced a painful ulcer flare-up. It was rough, but knowing Iron Mike, he's tough as nails. He reassured fans that he was fine and ready to face Jake Paul. Classic Tyson move, right? But Jake Paul seemed to see this as a perfect opportunity to bail. With Tyson temporarily sidelined, Paul seized the chance to delay the fight, using the health issue as a convenient excuse. It looks like Jake might have realized he was in over his head, or perhaps was just too scared. Despite the scare, Tyson is in better shape than most guys half his age. He's been training intensely, eating clean, and maintaining his formidable power. Just when we thought we were about to witness the epic showdown, Jake Paul pulls a fast one. Instead of facing Tyson, Paul has chosen to fight Mike Perry on July 20th, 2024, in Tampa, Florida. Mike Perry isn't a pushover. A UFC veteran known for his wild and unpredictable fighting style, Perry is no easy opponent. Mike Perry packs knockout power in both fists and boasts a chin of steel. After retiring from the UFC, Perry ventured into bare-knuckle fighting championship and quickly established himself as a formidable force. He's knocked out top competitors with ease, yes, he's that impressive. However, while Perry is tough and resilient, boxing presents a whole different challenge. He's no Mike Tyson and doesn't come close to Tyson's level. This choice seems like a strategic maneuver on Jake Paul's part. It allows him to stay in the spotlight without risking too much. Perry is a genuine challenge, but he's not a boxing legend like Tyson. It's as if Jake has found a way to maintain his momentum while dodging a potentially career-defining fight. Fans are left wondering if we'll ever see Jake Paul face a true boxing icon. One thing's for sure, you don't mess with Mike Tyson, especially when he's ready to retaliate. Tyson's threat of a $300 million lawsuit has rocked Jake Paul's camp. The once confident social media star is now scrambling to save face. Remember when Jake boasted about being the future of boxing and knocking out everyone in his path? That bravado seems to have vanished. Now, Jake's all about expressing concern for Mike's health, trying to come across as caring. It feels like a desperate attempt to shift the blame. We all remember how hyped Jake was for this fight, and watching him switch from trash-talking Tyson to pleading for his well-being is pretty pathetic. Jake Paul was once hurling every insult he could think of at Mike Tyson, but now he's adopting a concerned little brother persona. The truth is, he's clearly scared of facing a true legend. The more he tries to evade the situation, the deeper he digs himself into trouble. Jake's attempt to play the victim isn't fooling anyone. The internet is calling him out for his antics, and it's like watching a slow-motion disaster unfold. Adding to his troubles, Tyson's camp is unrelenting. The pressure on Jake is mounting daily, revealing that he may have bitten off more than he can chew. This drama is only intensifying the hype for the Tyson vs. Paul showdown. The back and forth between these two is creating an almost unreal level of anticipation. With each passing day, excitement for the fight is reaching new heights. Jake Paul may be trying everything to avoid the inevitable, but he can't escape the spotlight now. He's painted himself into a corner, and the world is watching with bated breath. The build-up to this fight promises to be legendary, with plenty of trash talk, mind games, and intense training montages. When they finally face off in the ring, it's going to be a spectacle like no other. We'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds. So what do you think about Mike Tyson's response to Jake Paul and Jake's latest moves? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more boxing updates. See you in the next video.